We recently filed a lawsuit for an Alabama consumer against a rather famous debt collector and debt buyer called Portfolio Recovery Associates. And they're based out of Virginia, although they do have an office here in Birmingham, Alabama. And we sued this company for violating a number of laws, but particularly the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And if you are watching this video on our website, you should see below the video an actual text of the lawsuit. And if you are not there, you can go to alabamaconsumerprotection.com and you can find this lawsuit listed. And in this lawsuit, what our client says, and there's now a judgment that's been entered against Portfolio Recovery based upon this lawsuit, is that he gets a phone call from Portfolio Recovery and they say, "You owe this debt." And he says, "What debt are you talking about?" And they say, "This is an old Providian debt." And this debt's, I think, supposedly from the 90s. And here we are, 2012. And he says, "Look, I don't owe this debt. Don't ever call me again." They continue to call him. He writes them a letter. "I do not owe this debt. Don't ever contact me again. If you do, I'll sue you." He sends it certified. Portfolio gets it. They sign the green card. That green card gets sent back to our client. So now he has proof that Portfolio got this letter. That's why we suggest you do things certified mail. Despite that, they continue to call him and call him and call him. And it's his belief that it's because he is an older gentleman that Portfolio Recovery has been targeting older folks in Alabama, and they call and they write and they put on your credit report, and the idea is that that will be so embarrassing or cause you shame that you'll say, "Okay, even though I don't owe this, I don't want anybody to think I owe it, so I'll pay it." Well, he didn't do that. He sends them another letter. They sign for it, certified mail, green card. And even with that, they call him. And they had some excuse about it got put in the wrong folder, or we put it in his son's account because his son lives with him, except his son hadn't lived with him, I think, left home like 30 years ago. So the point is, if you're dealing with Portfolio Recovery, or really any collection agency, you have the option to write a cease and desist letter. Now, generally, we don't recommend those. But I'll tell you one circumstance that it can be useful in is when the debt is so old that they can't sue you over it, then maybe you look at sending them a cease communications letter. But if you do it certified mail, because these companies will claim, "I didn't get it," or "I put it in the wrong folder, the wrong account," or whatever they're going to claim. You want to prove that they got that letter. And if you're facing something similar with Portfolio Recovery or any other company, know that you're not alone. Know that there are other people out there that have been through this identical or at least similar circumstance. They send a cease communications letter, and that collector continues to call them and call them and call them and call them to try to get them to pay money, even though that is illegal. I hope this has been helpful to you. If you want more information, look around our websites, look at some of our other videos. And if you live in Alabama and you want to speak with us directly, you can fill out a contact form on any one of our websites, or you can simply pick up the phone and call us at 205-879-2447. Thank you very much.